welcome to the program Midday Show. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We semi studio on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl and me where the bring cancer on this edition Fambul and I'm Jaffa Mans Davis. Like all time inside the program, we get plenty news, information, entertainment. So stay with me for the next 1 hour inside the program Midday Show. And to yourself for the listen to it from wherever you get to it from, remember say you're able to be part of the program by where I go use the number 077-981-981, the number again 077-981-981, and you can join the conversation for be part of this edition of Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page or add the voice to the different team them or they look at inside this edition of the program Midday Show. Well, for today's edition of the program, Fambul, if you just join me, we look at the positive impact of school news dissemination. And for Kaipo, we talk more about this today. We did with the CEO and founder for School News Dissemination, George Bartilo Powell. Good afternoon and welcome to the program Midday Show.
Good afternoon.
Yes, plenty to encourage you today inside this edition.
Yeah.
Continue for still tweet. When we come back to you, they come and look at issues. And first, when we come back to you, we'll start for look at more of this topic in detail. They start for look at issue, and this time they go Usai the chairman for the Human Rights Committee in Parliament, Honorable Umfa Soikoma, Usai say overcrowding and correctional center them. Now one pan the big issue them where they affect inmates them. Honorable Umfa Soikoma talk this way the Human Rights Commission and Salon go on over reports to member them the Human Rights Committee in Parliament. Well, reporter Alfred Jana put this report together in Gona report.
The Human Rights Commission, now the country independent national human rights institution, a parliament be set up inside 2004. The Human Rights Commission get the mandate for protect and promote human rights, look inside bad thing them, like rape, inmate them condition, and other bad thing them. Now for sake of this May, Wednesday, June 11 this year, Human Rights Commission hand over the report to some committee member them na parliament. But waiting this report, we titled Human Rights Behind Bars, we should say prison full of pass mark.
Chapter 3 looks now at the operations of the Australian Correctional Service. So we looked at how it is run, whether they have enough personnel, what do they have. And that's what we found out, that these people who want to hold to a high standard, but actually the terms and conditions under which they operate are very dire. I mean, first of all, they don't have enough correctional service personnel as opposed to the number of inmates. At the time of our monitoring, we had close to 5,800 inmates, but the number of personnel was less than 200. So when you look at the ratio, you could see automatically the ratio is very high, and because of that, it was insecurities, and which is why most times, as Pademba Road or the other places where they're congested, they cannot allow all of the inmates to come out at the same time because it will be a security issue, they don't have enough.
You just don't listen to the chairperson, Human Rights Commission, Patricia Nansundanema. They explain, but waiting the fair note, we then check the condition of the inmates them. The chairman, Human Rights Committee in Parliament, Honorable Umfa Soikoma, explain waiting the committee think about the report.
The Correctional Services Act will soon be in Parliament, or if it's not already there. So I think we're also going to take into consideration some of the things that you've already highlighted there. And also the issue of overcrowding was very prominent when we were working on the Criminal Procedure Act, because again, there is an overlap of the same systemic challenges wherein things happening in the court have the direct effect on what have correctional centers. So again, I want to just commend you for this work.
The Commissioner, Human Rights Commission, Hassan Sambayaja, explained this.
Macro monitoring is a combination of the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone and Parliament. Over time, that one has gone away. I was going to suggest that we have it as an action point. And going forward in our next budget preparation, or when we shall be approaching Parliament, recommending that we have it as a budget line item, so that at least if it is even 2 times in the year, we have this team going around. When we all work together and produce a report like this and leave it in your hands to run with it, I'm sure it will create very serious effect in addressing this.
The chairperson, Committee on Gender and Children Affairs, Catherine Tarawali, say in want for see woman police officer them, na the police station them.
Again, the other problem is the problem of having police officers, especially female officers, based at the one-stop centers. In Pudloko, in Kailau, in Moyamba, in Pujang, there is no single police officer based in the one-stop centers. And by law, we have a Sierra Leone police officer, family support, a woman. How can a man go to a one-stop center? The victim will not explain.
Catherine Tarawali end up for tell thank you to the Human Rights Commission for the good work where they don't put together for the report on human rights behind bars. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Alfrejana, the report.
Well, from that report today, the program midday show, they continue inside the program. They continue for talk more with the studio guests today. As today we get the CEO and founder for School News Dissemination, George Bartilo Powell, with me at the studio. We're there for talk about the positive impact of school news dissemination in schools. Now, again, good afternoon and welcome to the program midday show.
Good afternoon and thank you for having me.
Let's talk about first off this organization, School News Dissemination. What is it about?
All right, thank you again. School News Dissemination, now organization, they go in search of picking them where they aspire for study mass communication or journalism. So it started way back school days, where me na be school picking St. Edwards, the passion and dream be there for study journalism. So I aspire for become the news journal president by then. We may not be the spokesperson, so I not end up for win the election. But working with the president, SND, School News Dissemination, be in one of my manifestos for CCA. All the schools and come together. We got to report things that will happen with schools them, with the permission of the schools administration them. So it started way back where Abdego School, but as you can see, in General Saloon, we get a lot of challenges with practicals and experience. So I had no experience by then. I get for put onto whole force and go study mass communication. I did diploma and degree in mass communication and only practice journalism for a long time now. So they go back now to them schools there. Waiting we not be get the opportunity there. We get onto them picking there. We go find picking the way one for study mass comm or journalism and show say they no go astray. Tell them say mass comm na a professional cause. In fact, one of the most powerful professions in the world. We boku people they neglect and picking them the way interested in that. You and me can attest to the fact say we'll be small. We parents are always they choose career for we. If you go to schools and today you request or ask picking them in assembly say how many of you want for become journalists, you get maybe not even anybody in the crowd will sign up, or only a few of them. Some of the tours they wouldn't take. And later on, when you discuss with them picking the ID, say maybe they get the interest, but because of the mentality we this picking and get about this cause, make one for go change that mentality. They capture them, nurture them from where they're young, give them the platform, let them lack waiting that they aspire for. That's not one part of it. Secondly, you know, we're able to get everybody for become mass communicator or journalist, but you were able to control people on the use of media. And mass communication only based, if you look at what they watch for, we say mass communication or journalism. And when you talk about mass comm like broad term, it involves everything but the media. So we also they go in training of them, picking them within a social media world now, how them for use social media and for ensure say they are safe in using it. It's hard trending. Recently you see picking them, they go with the trend of anti-chakra and all. It's hard trending, you see picking them under the age of 18, then TikTok, Facebook, and other social media platforms, they use nude photos or maybe half naked photos they post online, and they are very vulnerable. I make even the law they protect them. They are below 18, so it is hard time we catch them when they are young and therefore groom them for the future. This speaking nowadays, nine we they look up to for the future, we therefore take over the country. So if one forgets great communicators in the future, one forgets great journalists in the future. Now we for capture them, we give them the necessary trainings, then self begin practice them, and ensure say they do the right things.
Now, let set the base clear. So, in essence, what are the work they will do as school news dissemination?
All right. First, we empower future communicators.
How?
That now we motto. One, empowerment is not just about money. It empower through knowledge and a lot of other things. Yeah. So we first thing what they do now for therefore identify the picking them first. We get interest in studying mass communication journalism. And through that, we do a school tour. We don't go over 10 schools there across the country. When I mean across the country, majority in Afriton, but also don't get schools and above who attend. So like we they go in search, we introduce the organization, get picking the way interested. Some of them schools there get already established school news journal then they. So then schools and they easy for work with. We just work with the president of the school news journal for their particular school and the head of, because teachers and kid for their activities them. We work with them and therefore get interested members. So that now the tour will do. Then after the tour, we then say we do a follow-up with them picking and they will get in contact with. Then we don't recently launch the organization where we collaborate with large CLO Reporters Union. And as I say in our mass communication, not only journalism, we also get the CLO Association of Public Relation Professionals. We do that launch day. So like after the launching, now we focus on training them picking there. The school tour therefore continue. You cannot go all schools at the same time. And we focus on more than vulnerable schools. So we train the next. We aim at training them picking there during these holidays. We go disturb the academic learning. So then training there. Yes, the schools they would already identify them picking there. And we therefore make our open. Maybe schools and the way will not go it, but
basically
picking them.
The one that we're doing at the news journal.
Not necessarily the one that we're interested
in becoming
a mass communicator or journalist or any other picking. We do different trainings. Now they are the council now. Okay. So we get special trainings for the one them. We want for become journalist or one for study mass communication. Then that training they there for day by session. If we say today na PR, the one the way for understand the roles of PR, public relations, we they get them on board, we get PR experts them and train them picking here. If we say today na journalism abroad, we get broadcast, we get print and the like. So if we say today na broadcast, we get broadcast journalists then like Una, we get the experience, we will train them picking there. So when we done with this session, this part of training, we go now to the general picking them on the use of social media and other stuff them. So it therefore takes training. After the training done, we expect for let and give back, waiting they don't learn to the public, let and see. That is why the organization is legally registered in a Corporate Affairs Commission and all other legal body. So like as a non-profit. So because of this, we get the authority for let them picking their give back and will expose them on social media, waiting they don't learn. It can be by episode. For example, if they don't learn about journalism, after that they don't take tour, they don't see the practicals of how journalists then they work, then we can select the best and they then present the other stuff them with video and share out. Let them just get that passion, love and get the right way into practicing this job. Honestly, when you look at the journalism world where they are now, we'll see people they fade away from the traditional media way, of course, now in the real journalism. Yes, within the 21st century, the world is modernized, we go at a digital age. Even the traditional media don't they broadcast some certain things on social media. But it doesn't mean say we go away from the right things them way we for do. Mind you, nowadays boku people they post only in the name of views and likes, not accuracy. No, they boku, they not they verify before they post. They just they post because of they want capture the news, say now we force post and now we forget this certain amount of likes. So when you look at that trajectory, the way the social media they go, they disturb the influence of the public. We bokuman they pass false information, bokuman they give misinformation to the public, where they disturb the public. Some man go or even believe. Like for example, look at this was where they go. It was, is it Tuesday or so, we then sit English language and false news will go around say the English in order for sit again, and some man even return or some picking them. And when you look at the picking them now the way they protect, they disturb them mentally. You go don't prepare for go sit to us again. You say the exam not the right, you don't go now host, then they say back the exam the right, you come back now the school. So we want for indenting the all. They say we better always no way no day. The one that we already get into this, let them just continue. We say what they do best for change that mentality day. But for the one that we get the belly now, we then ensure say they go through the right process, they get a maternal treatment in terms of journalism or mass com. Then when them born them picking there, we get a good public figures them in the future. Let them learn them things they are now, so that in the future they're not gonna make some of them mistakes they are away some of we colleagues them they do currently. So we they train, we nurture them, we expose them to the public, then self do people then see, we identify them. Maybe democracy can even see one or two where they need them, groom them, he can employ them. Believe you me, it will be a testimony for we. If possible, in the long run, we want for even give them scholarships for go study the course, picking the way one for study the course, because we know say financial challenge then at the country in any way. So man go and go study the course, but you not get the money. If possible, in the future, we'd hope for that for even pay for the picking take on the course and become the journalist we want for become or the mass communicator.
Now, yes, very good point, Wedoli. But also you talk about how when I want for CC school picking them able for the report news but in the way they happen in the school. But I don't know anything of such in some of an activity there. How did they come into play with all of the activities there?
So they take one step at a time. You cannot do everything at the same time. Yeah. So if in any way you want the best from them picking there, you need for train them first. So the focus there now na for getting the necessary trainings that we then deserve.
But
believe you me, yes, they do news journal. It's different. Some of will be the news journal. We know say the concept different.
How now while in the report? Is it like when something they happen at the school, they call them directly from the TV station or the radio station when you go don't give them the training for get
if possible in the future. But for now, they are youngins. Now they are the come, yeah.
Okay.
This now picking the way, obviously picking the below 18, and you know they expect the best from them. So student trainings there are where they don't get the know-how. Then the format at which they read news journal and then school, it might continue, but the shape and small to the current format where the traditional media or other media outlets then they use. We are in through the schedule, maybe now on Fridays then they do news journal, maybe now on Thursday, depending on the school schedule, where they practice every week, then they don't get used to them. But we cannot do that without the consent of the administration. So we work with the administration before, like an out to a point, when we begin our school with no clue of how journalism they go like, but we get love for them. What team organization we they do? We get everybody on board, like the annual, the St. Joseph's Convent, where most of them now, some man don't tell lawyers, some man don't tell journalists, will be the part of we by then. We come together, we do weekly publication. We focus was newspaper. If St. Edward's gets also something, I go through my English language teacher, he edit them, then he go through the L&DS teacher, the teacher who in charge of their activities, and they himself go to with the permission of the principal, they go now with Dex, follow print them. Likewise, and watch other schools, and so will be the work. We cannot just focus on the picking them for let them send them, because by then we not get the experience. So now so if they do like if and watch get any challenge, the Peking winner, the ambassador, they come to the process and send out. So we then on Fridays we publish them. So it be get a lot of challenge. One force we know we get the experience. We know financially strong for run the stuff. But now we'll go back. We'll go now with a very unique way. In a very unique way where the Peking themselves go enjoy what they do. So on that side, yes, if in any way democracy, I believe say that they serve as an ally also. If in any way democracy want news from St. Edwards, you know say a body they win a school news dissemination and they get an ambassador on a St. Edwards where they will rely on for gay reports, then we can do them like a freelance.
In that light, how not get for create the link?
It goes with MOU, yeah. We not go do that without the help of democracy or any other media outlets. We need for meet with una force, una self help with train them picking there, and una self get the trust when where they need. Then with the protection of the IMC code of practice or the IMC laws, then picking they are safe for doing thing there, and we work very hard before the training starts for law get IMC also on board, because you cannot do them things and they without knowing the IMC code of practice, without the protection of the picking them also. They are underage. So now MOU, if democracy interested in denting there, we can come on board, we sign MOU, say okay, we don't go into a memorandum of understanding, say whenever we need news from St. Edwards, when I get ambassador, they will rely on una for GIWI denting the or una can send a senior journalist to go work with the ambassador there and get the information needed with the permission or consent of the school administration.
Okay, continue for still to the program midday show. They continue, and inside the program we still get the CEO and founder for School News Dissemination. As today we'll look at the positive impact of school news dissemination in schools. We'll just don't take a brief look at the background of how everything started and who's kind of work what they do. We'll start for look at issue them again, but when we come back, we'll come and look at the positive impact and how this go hope for strengthening the mass communication culture, particularly in a job space where not entirely get the right type of finance for finance certain issues that they want there. So waiting at the space for them and how they serve as an organization, they procure funds for do some of the activities them you're going to know inside this edition of the program. But now we'll return your attention and go back to Studio 2, Usai, the Deputy National Chairman for the Salon People's Party, Robert Kondema Kakbose, the 50,000 leons way he give to member in the Tegolama SLPP support group, na part of in commitment for support grassroots people in the party. Robert Kondema talk this way he go give 50,000 leons to member them na the Tegolama group. Reporter Ademi Jackson gets more and go now report.
After we be win the deputy chairman position inside the SLPP last delegate conference, one of the promise we be make for support grassroots supporter them of the SLPP party. And one of them group here, now the Tagloma SLPP support group, na Texaco Junction, east end of Freetown. Also be promise for support them with copper for do business. Thursday, June 10 this year, the deputy chairman for the Salon People's Party, Robert Kondema Kakbose, don't go hand over 50,000 leons to this group, where he talk the deputy national chairman for the Salon People's Party, Robert Kondema Kakbose, talk about the reason why he decide for support this group.
Well, the idea behind this thing is for empower party people, because the fact is, me are born in the eastern part of the country, specific to Tondaib. I think say are supposed to provide leadership in other parts of the country. So this is a set of group where they approached me 2 months back. But before that, when I be run for the race, they can't support me. They come with huge crowd from the east. So at the end of the day, they get for reach out to my brother Silvanus Kuruma for he engage me so that they will go to me at the community. 2 weeks back, they invite me at the community. I go there, we see the massive crowd. These are people who work for this party for long, and they feel still left out. So when I go there, they raise a number of issues them. As soon as okay, I'll go see out for cushion for salvage that problem there. So I will make a pronouncement, say I'll give them 50,000, that 50 million in the whole money as a startup business kit, so that they go and look after themselves, go and empower themselves as a party. That means the party don't look after them, because whatever things that they do at the party.
The Deputy National Chairman for the Salon People's Party, Robert Kodima Kabo, been give this advice to member the Tagloma SLPP support group, but waiting it thinks say, therefore use the copper for do.
During the engagement, I tell them the nature of this money, not money for it. Now, money them for students as a group, identify themselves, then give first batch, second batch, third batch. Say everybody, when are the SLP people within that part of the country, get small part of that money. So, end of the day, like for instance, you go say, okay, let it roll out for 1 month and 15 days. We don't sell, you can't pay the money to the executive because they for establish a committee where they look after them. So, at the end of the day, that committee day, now they manage the fund. Me not want the money again, but establish an account where they call it a Tagloma support group for the SLPP. So, when they don't give all them group in there, that money for pay. So after all the money don't come out, then as an executive, go look at say, okay, what you go do next? They begin do investment of that money there. So that the party go strong, so that when we prepare now for the 2028 election. Because one for sure say, when we get to election 2028, the SLP forget the highest votes in Eastern. The SLP forget the highest number of seats in Eastern.
Inside Inyun talk, the Secretary General for the Tagloma SLPP support group, Salus say the 50,000 loans where the Deputy Chairman don't give to them or make them do business. He say them as executive will make sure say they use the money for the right purpose.
We don't say this money we in the can give it today, not the money we decide say we take for we put in our pocket. We give it for support we as an SAP. And also we station over there. And we know thing the good day. We know they on the ground. We know they of skin with all other person back then we would get. Because they live with them now they do everything in common. So if this help don't come, so that this news don't go. So if we as executive would at the end of the day, we'll therefore become accountable. This money, if we not make an accountable, at the end of the day, we'll get the bad deal. They say that we can't get their money over there, spend the eat out. And SLPP will know the work so, because we plan not only for this power now we will maintain. 2028, we want for winner first round.
Nafisatu Doumbouya, the chairlady for the Tagloma SLPP support group, also beget this for say.
Thank you. We don't do for you. We tell them plenty, thank you. What thing say so, like Allen Power, therefore you more behind this money. Therefore, we will put behind this money. Who say this so let Allah bless and let God bless her. What he wants, let God happy for her.
The chairlady for the Tagloma SLPP support group, Texaco Junction, east of Freetown, Nafisatu Doumbouya, and for tell thank you to the Deputy National Chairman for the Salon People's Party, Robert Kodima Kabo, for the money we give to them for do business and promise say they go use the money for empower themselves for the Society for Radio Democracy. Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Well, from that report, the program Midday Show, they continue. The time from the studio clock, 12:30 at the time. And at this point, we'll pause for a short while, take this break. When we come back, we continue the program.
Country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, we want for no. Wait make we country they go slow. Wait make it all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they like one. If I they try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them, thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them, thing Tina we go make we gladdy, Tina we go make we happy, Tina we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing then. Tina we go make we smarter, Tina we go make we stronger, Tina we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so cause we for left them thing then. Tina we go make we scatter, Tina we go bring palava, Tina we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
Tina you talk about.
Sing them like half flavor blabber, political party wahala. Sing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say hey, hey bo bo, we want for no, we want for no. Wait make we country they go slow, wait make it all they grow. Yes so oh I can for sure, yes I can for sure them sing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we did that, yes, so make we show them thing there. Tina we go make we kick boom, Tina we go make we country go before. Mama, yes, so Tina we go make we grow, Tina we go make we left for go slow, make baby gladdy for pop or show. Alright, so if I perform, me on perform. You say for gladdy for what you watch. If I sing, me young sing. You say for gladdy for dance, you dance. Before they do them thing then, Tina we go make we gladdy, Tina we go make we happy, Tina we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes so before they do them thing then, Tina we go make we gladdy, Tina we go make we happy, Tina we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes so sing along say hey, hey bo bo. One for no, wait make we country they go slow, wait make it all they grow. Yes so oh I can for sure, yes I can for sure them thing there. In them way they make we know they grow. Say now we did like pampo.
We did pray, but still things not the change. How we go before when we still get evil ways. Let we try to change your ways and let we love for free. Love one another.
If I do me thing then.
The program midday show they continue, and inside the program we they continue for look at more issues. We go inside the chairman for the Electoral Commission at Salone, Edmond Sylvester Alpha, say the commission they plan for introduce them way get for do with governance and electoral system. Now the university them they in line with the recommendation 13 of the cross-party report of electoral system. We talk this inside one stakeholders engagement on the implementation of recommendation 13 of the tripartite committee. For more on this, make we join reporter Mary Kamara Bangora.
Of the tripartite recommendation them issue they will get for do with election business now one way don't take center stage, and this body will get the mandate for make sure say they issue they get proper implementation now the Electoral Commission for Salone. This institution from the time where they give them the different thing they will then get for look inside been done the work on different thing them we will set the stage for the time where they go ready for implement them. This make they engage with stakeholder them for look inside the recommendation 13 of the tripartite committee and plan how this implementation go work. But what now the reason for this engagement? The chairman for the Electoral Commission for Salone, Edmond Sylvester Alpha, explain more.
In direct response to recommendation 13 of the cross-party committee report on electoral systems and management bodies, which states, I quote, Electoral Commission to work with the Ministry of Education to include the governance and electoral topics in the school university curriculums. There should be a national effort to provide sufficient resources to CSOs, CDOs, paramount chiefs, local stakeholders, and media to conduct effective civic and voter education, information and education to ensure informed participation of voters in election. Quote, this report, born out of an inclusive and honest national conversation, recommended that the Electoral Commission, in collaboration with universities and other tertiary institutions, should develop and introduce curricula of electoral administration and governance. So they will be moved from recommendation to action. Why this engagement matters? democracy, sustained by informed citizenry, professional administrators, and a political culture grounded in integrity. Yet for too long, the knowledge of how elections are managed, the legal frameworks, the logistical architecture, ethical imperatives has remained concentrated in a handful of practitioners. This engagement ceased by institutionalizing electoral administration and political education in our universities.
Inside in your talk, the Deputy Minister, na the Tertiary and Higher Education, Sergio Aziz Kamara, talk about the collaboration approach where they pursue this month.
The collaborative approach being pursued this month is also a recognition of the indispensable role that universities play in shaping Sierra Leone governance architecture. You must know that today we have about 12 universities. These universities are more or less evenly spread to serve the 5 regions in the country. So this would make it easier, in advancing our political dispensation. Universities are not merely centers of academic learning. They are institutions that shape citizens, nurture leaders, promote critical thinking, and contribute to national transformation. More importantly, it points to our orientation that we cannot continue to do elections management as ad hoc or quick fix endeavors.
Where in the talk, the chairman of the Political Party Regulation Commission, Emmanuel Cuevaya Amara Esquire, explained more.
The reduction of electoral and political legislation into university will help address many of the challenges of supporting democracies across the world, and particularly including political intolerance, disinformation, hate speech, declining trust in institutions, weak civic participation, and electoral-related conflicts. It will provide young people with the knowledge and skills necessary to engage responsibly governance processes and contribute positively to national development.
Emmanuel Cuevaya Amara Esquire and say the PPRC will continue to support the process and provide technical expertise for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me and Mary Kamara Bangura, the report.
Well, from that report today, the program Midday Show, they continue. We still get the CEO and founder for School News Dissemination. They are today for talk about the positive impact of school news dissemination in schools. Now, we come into the impact. All of the activities there are, how you go assess what's kind of impact it don't make towards on our goal?
All right, thank you very much for that question there. So generally it impacts the future of we nation. One force we therefore improve the communication skills. When you look at the media landscape currently, it gets a lot of lapses in terms of communication skills. I will not go allow them pick it up back for come meet them in there and do the same thing. So grooming them, mostly when you join their organization, then our schools, the L&Ds, the News Journal, they build your communication skills for know how to communicate because when you look at this generation, Gen Z generation, bro, they hardly know how to communicate, especially when it comes to the formal language, English language. You get a lot of struggles in terms of communication. In fact, now that they use their abbreviations, mostly, believe me, if they go to we hands, you groom them well, then some of them mistakes, then they stop. Well, it build the minds of the school picking them on how for use social media. Therefore, know waiting for posts, how for posts, or even maybe get parental guide in some of the social media accounts. It build them self-confidence in public speaking. And like I say, mass communication get public relations and other stuff. Some of nowadays speaking, then most of them only good in writing, but for come out in public and talk, no problem. I believe if they don't go through a lot of the trainings, they are thinking able articulate well and able speak out for the rest of the public. Also, we help the media landscape for groom professional journalists. When you look at Sierra Leone education sector, we lack practicals. Even some of the colleges then will go, we hardly do practicals. Only the day we they go for internship, now they go maybe get the practical experience. But most of the universities and now, if they study mass communication or journalism, they able practice them. So if you begin give them picking their practical experience, by the time they reach to that level, say job requirements, they say 2 or more 3 years experience, they don't get more than that. So I believe say it also impacts the way how the public itself they think, will they shape the opinion of the public. How some of we where they online frequently, where they follow up on issues, them know some of the negative impacts where social media get on the general public, misinformation, disinformation, and other things. But if them picking they know how for use them things, we get professional journalism portrayed. Believe you me, the minds of Sierra Leoneans are well equipped. Like I say, mass communication are one of the powerful journalism. Now one of the most powerful professions in the world. So believe you me, if them picking they are, we catch them when they are young. Say they're the big bra. Honestly, we go don't get a better Omar Fofana and the likes for Salone.
Now, in entirety, as an organization, what do you want to see in short term, let's say the 5 years, the next 5 years?
The next 5 years from now, we want to see testimonies of picking away that attest to the fact, say, then go through SND and they're able to study mass communication and they're able to become a better journalist, or they're able to portray their career through this organization. Believe in me, now the most important thing that one day for we, because when we get them testimonies there of them picking there, it creates a lot of impact to the media world in Sierra Leone. So in the next 5 years, we want for see them picking their they portray their dreams through we platforms them. In the next 5 years, we want for see less misinformation from youngins them who don't go through we. In the next 5 years, we want for see more people them even though the worst they disturb somebody in career, but that doesn't stop you from being who that you want for become. So this can even serve as a platform, as a waiting platform till you get your worst and follow up your dream. So in the next 5 years, we want for see the next, like I say, Omar Fofana, we want for see the next Sapti Kalon, we want for see the next Kabia, the next Fabian Swill, the next journalism where they able to portray waiting then people are done they do and wait even past them, because they're not there for forever. They're not there for forever. They're there for take over. When you look at the membership, a lot of winner journalists them or people that will study mass communication. So it's better you build them now, or the future of journalism or mass communication will be very, very lazy. So we want for really create that impact in a salon, and then so say another thing we come to mind is the during election time. It's very, very risky for we picking them. We see before or this mid-election will be happen, the incidents that will occur, we picking them all life them be at stake, and the public in general. So some of them trainings they are picking not go just follow up, or parents they not go just follow up on fake news that will go around. Me no say till 2028, some of them picking out the train go don't know say slash get I verify, you get also authentic media houses, then we go on them page for label verify some certain news. So we want to say a lot.
Now, with this, what's the challenge we as an organization wanna get?
Well, it's always challenging in life generally, and for we, it based on different challenges. First, the human resource. It's not really easy for get people them we you work with, we get the experience in the same team way the organization they look out for. When you look at the media landscape in Salone, a lot of journalists them very occupied. A lot of people them we study mass communication are very occupied for like we will get that kind of contributions from them. So it's very challenging for get the right people them for work with without paying them, because this is a non-profit and we know they pay. It's just maybe stipend and all. And the team who I get there now really they try for how we able to achieve the dream. So the human resource is very, very challenging. Secondly, the financial challenge. Obviously, you cannot let that go. Everything right now, the burden they on for me and the team, entire team, will not get no sponsorship, no any form of raising funds or waiting non-profit. Everything is done by me and my team. So we get a financial challenge which we look up to for sponsorship or anybody we want for help with. And also for identify the picking them and work with the school administration. Some of them schools they are so protective that then they fear the media currently. You know the media world right now. So man we portray them in there. The mindset where you get for the media is different. They know they are allowed in school for participate. Even the picking them for identify. I remember the last time we go this school, Dr. S.M. Bodrick, who asked how many picking one for become journalists. Now only maybe 1 or 2 is an up. So for even identify them, like the love for mass comm or journalism, now just don't die. We want for raise awareness and wake them up.
Because also
so it's really challenging for get them picking and they interested or work with the school administration for show their interest in portraying the dreams of the organization.
That might be one of the questions we're about to ask if UNA as an organization really sense there is a significant diminish or drop down on the intake for mass comm lovers or people who want to do journalism or anything to do with communication.
In fact, interestingly, some don't use it as a waiting platform or some don't use it as a means for letting study law. Some man just want to do a first degree and go do law later and forget about practicing waiting study. So it's really heart-rending for CC, one of the most powerful professions in the world. People they neglect them, and now they deal with information. We cut across all sector. The doctors need we, whatever sector you talk about need we, bruh. So like, then thing there way they happen make one bring the awareness. Not to like say some man no one do the cause. It is how difficult the cause is. Now some of the universities them where they go to then they no one practice the cause. All in the name of they want end up forgotten lawyers or other careers. But if you raise their awareness there, I believe say the challenge now from the lackness of the cause. You know, we're not too practical, let's be honest, in a salon. So man not even do the cause, but they are practical journalists. We get experience far much than the one that we even do the cause. Then they do well safe now the media landscape than the one that we study the cause. So it's about making it practical to them, picking their, let them understand, let them see, let them feel how mass comm or journalism they work like. Believe you me, if you train them up, they get more love, they get more people interested. This is the country we are living. When you see the practical aspect of some certain things, you see say boku people and they get involved. So it's really challenging for picking their way interested in studying the course. When you interview few of them, we get a personal discussion with them. They tell you say, I really want to do mass comm or journalism, but me mama or me people and say I go do law, or me mama and people and say I go do doctor course. And when you look at it, they are very vulnerable. They cannot pay for themselves. They cannot afford the necessary finance they need for go study waiting them one for study. So now make they say in the long run, if we identify them picking there when they get the WAS requirement, we can create a scholarship form for them, let them able go study, learn and not go astray because of money no day and all. Now some of all them challenges they make the cause not to get the interest of the picking. And also with a plea to the government, it should be a licensed course. It's not a profession, a licensed profession, just like any other profession in this country. Believe me, if they license journalism, it creates a lot of they feel like we're too powerful. I don't know if now one of the limitations that one day way that they feel afraid of journalists in the country, because we always hold everybody accountable. I don't know if they feel like if they license it will be more powerful than they know waiting. But we plead to them for let them able put in at the same trajectory at which the other professions then they go. Journalism or mass communication are a professional course. It should not be neglected just because of general perspective. Now they even mistake the journalists them for bloggers them. If me and you go through the course, we will not say blogging now just a topic under one of the modules they will do in university. So even the government and other institutions, they now purely rely on bloggers them than journalists them, which is not bad, but at the same time it is not the right thing for personal information. They no say we the whole accountable. For example, if we don't go do a particular story, you make a claim, we ensure say that claim they will get the other side of the story. You always give opportunity to reply. We deal with the media code of ethics and practice where they protect we. We now about 15 of them. It deals with accuracy, go to copyrights and the likes. But they no say they take time for let you go through them process and they for publish the story, or maybe you know go do out of the interest. So in that case, most of them they prefer go to them bloggers them. We just the profile them, they interest them. So then serve the help for lose the interest of the public in terms of we profession what they do. So believe you me, if this practice go on, then see some of them picking there, they do a professional outplay of how mass comm or journalism they work like. Believe you me, they get a lot of people them interested. It is about being practical at this country. Yeah. You know, go say you know chef, but you know Sabi cooks rest even you cook all now online. You just study online. Then the way they give you the practical, the taste is not good. It sends a bad message at the end. Of course, the life we live right now, serving as salon, is very, very difficult in general. So we face a lot of challenges. We open up for any sponsorship or help. We will be very, very happy for that one day. But again, that doesn't delimit we work what they do.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program. Just a quick one before we kind of round up. What's in the plans? We're into June now. 6 months off for complete the year 2026. How long for complete the year 2026?
All right, we want for complete this particular year, yeah, when our 2026 with training them picking there. One for the first training session where we currently do on the plan. One for start with picking them first. We get interest in studying mass communication or journalism. We do with that batch they will go now to the general public, the general picking them for training them about the use of social media and other media outlets. So they plan for do that during the holidays because we want for disturb the academic field of learning. So once we then go during the break, we're able to capture some of them picking them. It no matter the amount. You get 1 or 2 picking there, it's again they believe you me, you don't create a lot of impact in our society. It's not about getting large amounts at the end, not to everybody become impacted. We know they look into that one day. We want just the one the way we know say they create impact in our society, they're able to learn and portray to the train there. So for the next month we will look at the training, then the first batch of the train will ensure say then do episodial something where we send out to the public, let the public see within the land. It goes first with theory, they understand within they therefore do. Then we take a tour with them, be practical and see how media outlets or PR people and they work, then learn from that day. Then obviously then produce within the don't learn. So for now we want for embark on the training, which also is open up to sponsorship. Anybody you want for sponsor any organization or body want for sponsor that thing, they will open up for get the materials or things necessary needed for logo do that thing needed for be successful. After that then we get a lot of other plans. Them the school tours still they continue, by the way. This not just for show say we don't capture some certain picking them.
Flop onto 20 school by 2026.
If possible, one for pass that number day. But like I say, we are challenged. Most of the members them are volunteers. They get their own personal jobs that they do. So it's really challenging at times. And I'd observe say most of them big schools and get news journal. So we want for focus on then community schools them we not get any idea of them things they are get. In fact, most of them get more interest than some of them big schools they are due to the tour they would don't do. When we go to our community schools, you see picking are more interested for do or the ASAN up say they want for become journalists than them public schools them. So we want to go more schools if possible. But so, for now the training we focus on.
Yeah, Powell, in 1 minute, round up and maybe make a call with regards to our ambition and how we have for impact the society to our organization.
Well, waiting, I will send a message to 3 people. Yeah, I start with the kids, we'll go to the parents and the school administration. For the picking them, I just want for let them know say mass communication or journalism is a profession, not so any kind of local cause we like how people they neglect or like how people they try for put them down. Now a profession. So we they encourage you now for be part of we they train you now and ensure say you now become one for be with the help of the school authorities and the necessary bodies. So if you don't go school, you know say you want for study mass communication and journalism, you welcome, open up. You can reach out to me, I will call the number later. And the last advice to the picking there is if you know who say you come out, know what they do, and know who say they go. Because with them 3 things and they get you more interested in whatever field you want for become na society. So to the parents no divert picking a career all in the name of money. When it is money necessary, it's good, but if you put the picking at the wrong career, believe you me, you know they able to deliver another field day more than the money. Even the money itself, sometimes you go even lost in job because of that, because you able to deliver the kind of job. If picking say one for study mass com or journalism, allow them, give way and follow train and for you. Believe you me, you know go regret. And for the school authorities with the big una, do your please una work with we so that we go able to work together and get the picking interested.
Okay, thank you very much for joining today in this edition Fumble in name na Patilo Powell, and today we there for tell we more about the positive impact of school news dissemination in school as the CEO and founder for School News Dissemination Organization. And today we don't talk a lot about the foundation and the establishment and some other activities plus plans on how to deal with some of the challenges and for achieve the goal. It don't be very interesting 60 minutes, but then plenty thank you to you who listen and also to the one who are watching our Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. And I'm Jaffa Mans Davis for this edition, my producer Theodore Arena, and also the technical person on duty when a DJ Cabs. May come out Bango and make on see live on Facebook and YouTube. But until the next edition, have a nice day. Goodbye.